Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we will test Marvel's Spider-Man 2, which just came out yesterday on the Lenovo LOQ with the Intel Core i5-12450HX and the RTX 4060. I have done a full review on this laptop, and I'm actually planning to do a re-review because it's going to be almost 1 year with this laptop, and also how the RTX 4060 holds up, in 2025. So as you can see over here, we've got the RTX 4060, 8 GB of VRAM, Intel Core i5-12450HX, which is undervolted. Let me just quickly show you. So here we go. The CPU has been undervolted. And if I go into Lenovo Vantage, then you can see I am running a small GPU overclock, which is enabled by default once you turn on custom mode. Okay. Maximum fans, and these are our settings. 115 watt on the RTX 4060. In terms of settings, if I quickly go through the settings, you can see it's 1440p. No upscaling. It is 1440p using DLAA. And in terms of the graphics, you can see it's at very high settings. No ray tracing, and all of these turned on. I'm gonna keep motion blur turned on and film grain, everything. Just have all the bells and whistles. So, okay, let's go. By the way, I'm gonna be using a controller to play this game. So let's see how it goes.
Good morning, class. We have a new teacher joining us today.
Hi.
Bruh, come on. Kidding me? Let's play at 1080p and we will take a look what's going on. Alright, let's go for some reasonable settings. Let's go for 1440. Instead of 1440, let's start with 1080p. Alright. 1080p still at the maximum preset. Let's go. Man, 1080p looks it looks quite a bit softer than 1440p because I'm playing on a 27-inch 1440p monitor. So I can just see that. I can see a lot more aliasing in the hair and stuff. Okay, 60 FPS, at least in these cutscenes. Bro, what's going on? Insufficient, caused by insufficient space available system page file for Windows to manage video memory in use of your GPU. Bro, what's going on, bro? Alright, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set it to 1920 by 1080. I'm gonna go into graphics. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set this to very low. I just want to see what happens. At least if I'm able to boot this game or not. Okay, I can see around 6 GB of VRAM has been allocated. Okay, this is running fine, 100 FPS. But I'm just looking at that VRAM allocation, man. It is really 7.5 GB. Such. Oh, this is. I mean, this. I don't know, man. Like playing at the lowest preset and the VRAM allocation is quite high. I mean, we only have 600 megabytes of VRAM, and that's pretty normal actually. Like it's not always that you will have the entire 8 GB dedicated. There is always some VRAM that is kept aside. But oh, this is I think this is unreasonably high, man. I mean, the textures are, this is the lowest preset. I don't know, man. Overall, right now, I mean, yeah, we are at a CPU bottleneck over here. Obviously, we're playing in the lowest settings, so which is why we are having a CPU bottleneck over here. But I don't want to crash right now. I just want to play out this intro at least.
Conversations in the teacher's lounge. Use the stairs, everyone. Gotcha. Spider-Man.
Webs will keep him busy. It's working. Just need to keep it up.
Very bombastic opening over here.
The water tanks are only shot.
Software patch. Wow. Damn. That's cool.
The web wings?
They wouldn't listen to Marco, but they can't ignore Sandman.
Whoa, what's that?
Marco's storm is generating a lot of electricity. What happens to the surface tension of sand if you turn up the voltage?
Prologue, you're right. Like when I shot the mini.
A plus. You absorb enough energy. I'll shoot it right at him.
You want me to get hit by lightning?
Can you handle it?
There's only one way to find out. That was dope. Bro, how exactly are you gonna redirect a lightning bolt?
Like you said, gotta break out the toys.
Iki tuoretiori bikini ya vita. Bibilo pamaita tadi daraniat. I Давай увидим паря.
Then Spider-Man has like all these abilities. Okay, so as you saw, I played the prologue missions using, at 1080p lowest preset, okay, just to see if the game is stable or not. And yeah, it is stable at 1920 by 1080 and it doesn't run out of VRAM at the lowest preset. But I've been experimenting with it a bit. I've been testing out different presets, trying to see where we crash. Basically, what I found out is that if you want to play this game at 1920 by 1080 native with DLAA anti-aliasing, you need to play with high preset in terms of the texture quality. So the texture quality needs to be at high, okay? And if you are playing at 1440p with DLAA, again, no upscaling, then you have to play at medium texture quality, okay? So that is what I found out. But even then, I have no guarantee. You may still crash in certain situations. If you have 16 gigabytes of RAM and the VRAM is not enough, it is still possible. So let's just test it out again. Okay, so I'll be playing at 1920 by 1080 using DLAA and graphics set to, the very high preset, but the texture quality will be set to high. Okay. All right, let's go. We are playing at 1920 by 1080 using the very high preset, but the textures are set to high. And I don't know. It looks okay. The textures look okay, I guess. I mean, it could be better. The distant LOD textures aren't that great. I'm playing on a 1440p display, running at 1080p. So, yeah, let's just roam around a bit. The animations are really smooth, actually. That is one of the biggest improvements that I've seen with Spider-Man 2 on PC. Yeah, it's like there's a lot of animations and cool tricks that you can do. So yeah, you can see we are hovering, above 60 FPS, which is good. We do sometimes drop below 60 as well, but we are playing at the very high preset. Remember that. The game is CPU heavy, but our i5-12450HX is doing reasonably well. Not the worst.
Business meeting, but wait, no, I don't.
Alright, let's see how it does in combat situations.
Get back up. Bring it, Spider!
All right. So
That's the thing about business deals.
actually, I didn't even look at the
Nobody
FPS, how the
ever
FPS
expects
was. Yeah, we are pretty much over 60 FPS most of the time at 1080p, very high preset, but using the high textures, not the very high textures. So that's all right, I guess. Let's go down a bit. Let's see how it is, near the traffics, like in the ground level. Yeah, we are still at over 60 FPS barely. Slight CPU bottleneck over there. You can see 96% GPU usage is not 99%, but still that's fine as long as it's above 97%. It's fine. All right. Uh-oh, look at that RAM usage, man. It's close to 15 gigabytes now. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Hell yeah. Okay, so right now we are at, I'm gonna just quickly gonna show you the settings over here. We are at 1440p using the using DLAA without any upscaling. And in terms of the graphics, we are at the high preset but using medium textures. And obviously no ray tracing. All right, let's test it out. You can see that the FPS is below 60 FPS, which is, this is 1440p, very high settings, on latest AAA title. So, but the one thing is that the game is really sharp right now. I mean, it was a bit more blocky with with
That couple's being attacked.
1080p,
Better hurry.
but this is. But yeah, we are we are below 60 FPS over here with at 1440p.
Don't mind me interrupting here. Hey, are you crashing my fight or am I crashing yours? We're crashing crime, dude. Tagging in.
Here we go. We are playing at 1440p, very high preset DLAA, but the textures are set to medium. Okay. Let's take a look at the textures once. I mean, they don't look anything special, man. Just look at these textures. Just not that great, honestly.
Excuse.
Ooh, we drop to 40 FPS sometimes. It's a real shame that I cannot play this game with the, very high preset textures. I don't think that the textures look that amazing or anything, man.
Some jerks are trying to break into that building. You're the look. Get ready, Spiderman. You guys need help with that? I'm the exterminator, Spider. Not the web.
We are hovering close to 60 FPS, but not quite 60 FPS.
I'll take you down. I'll never make it out of these webs. Crush him.
Yeah, not quite 60 FPS, but close to 60 FPS. So this is a pretty reasonable, experience. Like most AAA games that are coming out right now, they just absolutely, they are not even close to running at 60 FPS at 1440p. So here we are running Spiderman 2 at 1440p, very high preset without any upscaling, using DLAA anti-aliasing, and this is good. It's just a shame that the VRAM is just 8 gigabytes, which is why I can't enable those very high preset, very high textures, which, the textures make a lot of difference, to be honest. Textures look a bit muddy at medium. We have another crime going on over here. Let's do one thing. Let's turn on let's just turn on DLSS at 1440p. So I'm gonna go into settings, graphics. I'm gonna turn on upscaling to DLSS quality. Okay, apply changes. Yes, back. Okay. Okay, so we have increased our our FPS quite a lot. We are still okay. We are. I mean, we are like hitting a little bit of a CPU bottleneck.
What a coincidence! I like stopping robbers!
Okay. We're comfortably over 60 FPS, which is good.
Oh, it's on, Spider-Man! Gonna regret waking up.
Okay, so we are comfortably over 60 FPS at 1440p. High preset, very high preset, using the medium textures and DLSS set to quality. But we are also quite close to going over VRAM, spinning over VRAM. Use a wingsuit. These are the things, these are the areas like cutscenes where you typically run out of VRAM, but it's fine. I don't know. I mean, the image quality it doesn't look that great, man. It's good, but I don't know. The graphics they are fine, but I don't see what's the reason it's like running at 40 FPS. Is it the hair rendering? I don't know. The hair looks pretty good, but it's quite aliased and jagged. But I don't know. Like, I don't think that this type of this kind of visual visual presentation is demands like 30-40 FPS. I don't know. Okay, so that's it for this video, guys. I hope you got an idea how the game runs. It runs fine on RTX 4060, but we are limited by VRAM, so you have to. I would recommend you guys to have like 24 gigabytes of VRAM, 24 gigabytes of RAM at least, because it often runs out of VRAM. So if you want to play at 1920 by 1080 without any upscaling, you have to play at. You can play at the very high preset. That's fine, but you have to set the textures to high. And if you're playing at 1440p, without upscaling, then you have to set the textures to medium. And even then, there is a chance of getting running out of VRAM. If that happens, then you need to have at least 24 gigabytes of RAM, because yeah, that's what it is. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. A lot more content is coming on this channel. I know I've been very busy with my other channel where I've been posting content on smartphones and tablets and stuff like that. But yeah, new laptops will probably be coming within the next 3 months in India with RTX 5070 and all. So a lot more content is on the way. So stay tuned. Please make sure to the subscribe button, turn on notifications. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.